Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, General Manager of the world's largest online sports handicapping website in the world, and that of course is VegasSportsAdvisors.com, and this is going to be your Saturday college basketball video report. Last night in the NBA gave you an easy free winner as the San Antonio Spurs, celebrating the return of Kawhi Leonard to the lineup, scored an easy win and cover at home against Portland, playing in same season double revenge. Well, today I've got three college basketball selections for you. First one is going to be Davidson as a 1-point dog at Richmond. Now, Davidson for years had been a perennial power in the Southern Conference. This is their first season in the Atlantic 10, and they opened up A10 play, ironically enough, with a home win about 3 weeks ago against these same Richmond Spiders. They have done great in terms of delivering the bacon here in Vegas with 11 consecutive covers. They're coming off a road win and cover at UMass. Now, the Spiders, that's Richmond, they're coming off a 73-70 loss at George Washington. Here's the thing, guys. This Wildcats team is a tough one to defend against. They like to put the pedal to the metal. They average 83.7 points a game. That makes them number 5 in terms of scoring in Division 1A ball. And they do it by hitting 47.8% of their shots. Now, I don't expect them to win by 35 points like they did last week because that game was at home on Saturday against St. Louis as a 14.5-point chalk, and they rolled over the Billikens. But I do expect them to still win this game here today because they are just clearly head and shoulders better than Davidson. So even though the Spiders are hosting the game and are on revenge, I'll go with Davidson here to make it 12 consecutive point spread covers. Okay, now, next game is going to be Maryland and Michigan State. When these two met the first time in Lansing, it was, of course, Maryland's debut as a Big Ten member in college hoops, and Maryland shot miserably in that game. And as a 5.5 to 6-point dog, they won outright in double overtime. That's right, 68-66, they won the game outright. The reason why, they outmuscled a very good rebounding Michigan State team. They had a 16 board advantage, and they also had 26 out of 32 free throws. Because they're willing to do the dirty work, they get to the line frequently, and this is a Terrapins team where 26% of their scoring comes from the charity stripe. In fact, they average 19 free throws made per game. That's number 2 in the country. Now, this Michigan State team is not a vintage Tom Izzo squad. They have rebounded since that loss to the Terrapins. They beat up Indiana by 20 at home. They won by 14 at Iowa, which was impressive, I have to admit. And then they struggled to beat Northwestern by 7 at home in their last game. But these are two top-notch defensive teams. This is a Maryland squad that go mano-a-mano with Michigan State in terms of battling them on the boards. And I think Maryland, a team that has only lost 2 games this season, at home to Virginia, nothing to be ashamed of there, the number 2 team in the country, and a head-scratching game in which they lost a couple weeks ago at Illinois. I think Maryland is going to be the play here, -3. And finally, you got Indiana State -3.5 at Drake. The Bulldogs, that's Drake, 0-5 in Missouri Valley Conference play. Meanwhile, Indiana State off to a 5-0 start after completing a home-and-home sweep of Illinois State. And they won their first 2 road games in the Missouri Valley Conference, winning by 3 as a 4-point dog at Southern Illinois, winning by 2 as an 11-point pup at Illinois State. Bulldogs, meanwhile, have lost 5 straight games. And in their last 4 games, they have scored 37, 45, 40, and 47. They like to slow down the pace of the game. They like to take the air out of the ball, as they used to say in the Dean Smith Four Corners days. Problem is, they don't have any offense. Biggest problem Indiana State has is that the Sycamores are not a very good rebounding team. Thankfully for them, though, today, Drake is even worse. Drake is one of the weakest rebounding teams in the country, averaging about 29.5 boards a game. Now, part of that is a byproduct of the fact that they don't put up a lot of shots, but the fact is they can be beaten down low. I think 3.5 is a fair price, and I think Indiana State is the way to go. So those are your free selections for today. Guys, if you'd like to get my best bet and the best bets of all the handicappers at VegasSportsAdvisors.com, you can do so absolutely free by getting the 1-day free all-access pass at VegasSportsAdvisors.com. We're talking every single handicapper's plays over $1,000 worth of action free, and I mean free means free because I do it because I think it's an outstanding opportunity for you to sample the different styles, the different handicappers, get all their picks, make some money for free, and I don't want anything in return. Hey, maybe you like it, you become a regular customer. Maybe you don't, it didn't cost you anything. So check it out, the 1-day free all-access pass over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com. With that, I wish you well, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow when we do this one more time with a little NFL playoff preview action.